Wack 100 is trying to say that Blacc Sam is gonna potentially go upstairs if he tries to get any revenge for Nipsey Hussle. Take a look.
Nigga, rolling 60s is divided. Nigga, it's some 6-0s over there still with shitty. It's a fact. It's some 6-0s over there that didn't really care about Nip and vice versa. So when you sit here and say, yeah, I wish he was out because you know what time it is. Bro, why would you say such a thing at such a grand event? You know what I would have had done to him. Are you okay? Even if that is real and the truth, why are you insinuating these things at such a grand event? So now we know Eric Holder is in the joint somewhere. So what makes you think one of his family members or homeboys ain't saying, you know what, this fool Blacc Sam got a bag. He might just try to drop it on the homie behind the walls by saying that. And because you got this event where you just let all the ninjas show up. All the ninjas showed up, everybody just side by side and it's cool. What makes you think a motherfucker can't nigga just turn your TV off on the strength of his homeboy, of his family member, because you talking about what you want to do to him?
After the mayhem that ensued at the grand opening of Marathon Burger in Long Beach, do you think that Wack 100 is trying to gaslight Blacc Sam into going to jail behind avenging for Nipsey Hussle, getting revenge for Nip? Listen, I want you to hit the like button and hit the hype button, cause we about to get deep.
Sipping slow, yakking the act, thinking I'm a
Oh, shit. Run up these likes, make sure you're hitting the hype button. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting real nasty, man. After the whole Marathon Burger shooting that took place right down the block from Marathon Burger, right at the parking lot during the grand opening, we now have Wack 100 trying to gaslight Blacc Sam, okay? Saying that, look, maybe one of those guys that was out there, you know, at the Marathon Burger and the LBC could have boomed him, on any Marathon Burger could have boomed him behind what he said he was gonna have done to Shitty Cuz, who is the person that sent Nipsey Hussle, his brother, upstairs. Now this is getting real crazy. Is Wack 100 eventually gonna pay for the things that he says and does? Listen, I need you to hit the like button and hit the hype button. We gonna play this content. Let's do it.
We gonna cover Blacc Sam today, and we gonna cover Hocus 4/5. This nigga's a bozo, wozo, weezot, cleezow. We gonna cover that, right? And we gonna show you what his offsprings is doing these days. I mean, straight up fairy, but it is what it is. Blacc Sam did a grand opening today, Marathon Burger, Long Beach. Let me tell you what I saw. And I need y'all to stop doing this. Stop listening to these people, bro, who from these areas and sections, and they got their chest out, and they'll tell you, yeah, as long as you with me, everything cool, nigga, that's cap. I don't give a fuck who doing it. I don't care who doing it. I'm doing whatever I do. I'm gonna tell you, listen, I'm gonna show up. I'm here to be a fuse box to help stop something. That don't mean I can stop it. Something still might happen. But I'm here to, you know, my respect and the people I know in this area, if it's my type of location, I make it, you know. And a lot of people be doing this shit, bro. P-Nice. I saw you, bro. Listen, you did a great interview with Blacc Sam the other day, right? We see it. Shout out to the super chats.
Blacc Sam, big mistake though, I ain't gonna lie, for doing an interview with P-Nice. P-Nice is one of Wack 100's people. I don't think you realize this or knew this, but it's not a good look to be doing any interviews with him, because as far as I'm concerned, he's also an agent of chaos, because he's aligned with someone who's an agent of chaos, he knows the Wack has said about Nip. He also doesn't care. And as far as I'm concerned, he's using you for clout purposes. I don't really think he respects your late brother at all. And That's just how I'm looking at it. He can't play the middleman here because he understands the circumstances as well as I can see. I'm just saying, but let's proceed.
Texas boy 0524 Pizza Man on Fig. Shout out to the Super Chats, 100 side in the building. I saw P Nice do an interview with Blacc Sam. Great interview. He got the first burger, Marathon Long Beach. And let me tell you what was so unique about this interview. Because all this shit gonna tie in, right? P Nice just came off one of the biggest interviews of his site, compliments of Wack 100, 600, Wack 100, right? Boom, we put that together and we did that for bro. So I look up a week later and P Nice is sitting down a one-on-one with Blacc Sam. Go P Nice. Now Wack, what the hell did this got to do with anything? Let me tell you what this got to do with something. No, BG is not arrested. From what my sources tell me, you know who I talked to. He told me he spoke with him, he's good. Just respond to the chat. This what this got to do with it. Blacc Sam decision making. All of this shit ties in. Y'all remember the grand opening on in Hollywood, on Melrose, Sunset, wherever it's at. Y'all remember that, right? Y'all remember the buster from West Boulevard who lived in Arizona for 30 years. The one who did the police activity and had his wife filming him, right? While the dude was checking him, Blacc Sam. Watch this. Blacc Sam tell Crack Star from West Boulevard, you can't be here. You can't be here. Crack Star like, what, cuz? What you mean, cuz? I got a whole marathon outfit on. My nigga, I come to support. Nah, you fuck with them niggas. So it automatically, they want to put it on because he talked to Wack. Y'all follow me now.
Yeah. And he's talking about Rockstar. Y'all remember the video of Rockstar getting pretty much dragged out of, the grand opening in Hollywood of Marathon Burger, right? And it was because he's affiliated with Wack 100, which is why he shouldn't do anything with P Nice, because P Nice is affiliated with Wack 100 just like Rockstar is. So, I mean, look, that happened for a reason. Alright, and I know that Blacc Sam don't play about his brother being disrespected or anyone co-signing it, period. You dig? So that's why that situation happened. He said he's trying to put it on Wack. Wack, you know why? Wack 100 tried to say that Nipsey Hussle was mook after his passing, saying that there was a video going around of Nipsey doing something that was mook. That would damage the reputation and legacy of Nipsey, knowing that he is a very notable figure of the Rolling 60s Crips. That's why Blacc Sam has a huge issue with Wack 100. But let's continue.
So Crack Star, aka Rockstar from West Boulevard, Arizona West Boulevard, he let this man escort him across the street. He let him get in his face and spit all in his face. His wife right here. The wife is on the side. She filming. What he don't realize is she getting turned on by how Blacc Sam is checking her man, because that's what she really want. Another conversation. Because ain't no woman I know, ain't no sister I know. Y'all sisters, y'all brothers out there know, nigga, we gotta stop. All women would have clobbered that nigga with a purse or pulled her thing out or whatever. They would have said something. She's sitting there, check my man. Go, Blacc Sam, go. This her game, right? And we watching the play. So he gets escorted across the street like a straight busted nigga neighborhood, 7 minutes from the location. He don't double back with the.
What if she was just starstruck? Because that's what it seemed like it was. She probably was starstruck. And that could come with other things too, if we being honest. But hey, Maybe his woman just don't respect him. That's what it looks like to me, but let's proceed.
Homies, he don't do nothing. Now, you know, like I told you, that would have been the wrong person on some real shit. Marathon would have been shut down. You would have pushed up on the wrong person who felt like, okay, it's a bunch of y'all, and you don't push me across the street when niggas escort me like that and let him get away. Anybody from right there, right? Shout out for Marcus Ogan, 4177, Super Chat Love, right? Marathonburg would have been shut down. Wouldn't have been no more, wouldn't have been none of that. And again, I think Blacc Sam was dead wrong. I think he was being a hypocrite, right? Why? Because you, from what crack stores say, you said you escorted. He wasn't welcome because he was talking to Wack. Now, I still don't know what your problem is with Wack. I have no idea. I ain't never met you, talked to you. I ain't got nothing against you. I salute you on the work you're doing, but you're making a bunch of dumbass, bozo-ass decisions. And I think...
That's like saying you don't know why J-Rock laid you down at Rolling Loud. J-Rock is not the same J-Rock from TDE, but the J-Rock that was Nipsey Hussle's bodyguard that cleaned Wack's clock as Wack lied down, getting some necessary shut-eye on the concrete outside of Rolling Loud in LA. Yeah, champ, remember that? Wack will deny these things because, again, he said there's no footage of the actual punch, but there is footage of him laying down. Is that fair to say? How did you get there, champ? Was you tired? I don't know, champ. Let's take the boogeyman's word for it. Y'all up these likes and hit the hype button as Wack continues his devious plot.
Or London need to take over right now before you burn everything down. But we gonna get to that. You escort Rockstar across the street for allegedly, because he having conversation with Wack on Clubhouse. And I've seen Rockstar in person. He pulled up to the studio twice. First time, you know, the homies from Blasted Fools was there. Him and the homie KK, so I fuck with KK. Then he doubled back the next day and had a whole lot of other crazy shit to say about his homies, and he was broke and I had to feed him and all kind of shit. Cool. All right. Crackstar stands on the thing that, yeah, Wack, it was Wack fault because I was dealing with Wack. Ain't nobody told you to deal with me, nigga. I don't need you, nigga. I don't need you for nothing, about nothing, for nothing. You come to Wack begging, talking about fuck the Crips and they don't want me to fuck with you, but I want to be on your team. I'm looking at you saying, nigga, you can't tell me fuck the Crips and you a Crip. If you telling me, Adamu, fuck the Crips behind their back, I know what you gonna do with me. Negative. Let me shoot you to the left, line you up, make you content, pack you up, and then get you on up out of here. See, a lot of y'all say, man, that nigga Wack do everybody the same. No, I do you clowns who think for some reason you got to jump on me, who think for some reason whatever you plotting and plan is gonna be executed. I always bozo you clowns. You supposed to.
Yeah, he be setting y'all up for the okie doke. You tell Wack a secret, it's content, champ. You was being recorded the whole time. You can't tell this man a secret. And if you cross somebody to get in good favor with Wack, really you're not getting in good favor with Wack. You're pretty much setting yourself up to be recorded and become content so you look dumb to the public and maybe the people you're aligned with, maybe the gang you're affiliated with, champ. I mean, after all, you are messing with the police, after all. A Piru policeman, champ. Did you know that? Yeah. Sergeant McElroy Jones is on duty and you are helping him get his work done easier. I ain't gonna lie. You're making him work smarter, not harder. By the way, champ. Hit the like, hit the hype. Let's continue. Come on.
Nigga, I'm a Valley nigga, 818. We got great schools down there. Don't you ever think for 1 second that you got the ups because he don't know what time it is. Bozo, I've been down the street, round the corner, up the block, down the hill, and back round the corner before you woke up in the morning. So I know you coming. But let's stick to the script. Blacc Sam made a bad decision that day as a business owner. You see one individual, you got all these people out here, you got radio stations, you got the mayor, the people from the mayor's office, you got all these people, and you got the LAPD. You got the LAPD. And you got the other store owners. And here you go on the day of the Marathon Burger opening in Hollywood. Instead of you seeing the dude like, man, okay, I see this nigga. I'm gonna holler at this nigga later on. I'm gonna let festivities happen. Oh, bust ass nigga, I got this against him. Whatever you got against him, he with his bro. Nigga ain't. Look at him, he over there smiling and waving, nigga, like he been on the yellow bus. Hey, Sam. Right? I deal with this. No. What you chose to do, I hate to say it, y'all don't kill me. You chose to do the same thing that your brother did to Shitty. Instead of letting Shitty go in there and spend money and buy some shirts, he chose to approach him with some disrespect, and Shitty didn't tolerate the disrespect. Rockstar ain't got no Shitty in him. He's a buster. He went for it, and then one thing led to another. Now let's phase on to the next thing.
Nah, he didn't compare this to Nip and Shitty, did he? He didn't do that, champ. That's crazy. Yo, this is nasty work, bro. This is gaslighting 101. This is disgusting. He said this was like when Nip should have let Shitty cuz go on a marathon store. Nah, this is nasty. This is why we keep saying that he's the West Coast boogeyman, because somebody gotta stop him, champ. This is like, he's way out of bounds, champ. He's in the stands with it. That's just being out of bounds. He's literally in the 5th row, gang. Literally at the Staples Center. He's in the 5th row. It's not the Staples Center no more, but you get the point. You get the point, champ. Let's continue.
P Nice does a podcast with Wack. Does numbers. Everybody talking about it. He labels it P Wack 100 check by the Crips. You in Crip business. Great clickbait title. You go watch the shit, Wack controlling the narrative. Wack is 600, the exposers, we running the narrative up. I got my boy Bow Wow over here from Great Street Watch. He over here quiet as a church house mouse because everything he thought it was representing, I'm putting the real paperwork in front of him, letting him know it ain't good to represent. Right. P Nice just interviewed Wack 100. P Nice done told you he been knowing Wack 100 15, 20 years. So why did Blacc Sam sit down with him?
15, 20 years you knew this guy? P Nice said he's known Wack for 15, 20 years. Is that a fact? Or is Wack just talking? But Wack made a good point. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, listen. The most evil Valley villain possible. He did make a good point. I'm not even gonna front. Yeah, Wack might be as evil as he is, but he's not lying. Why did you sit down with P Nice? I said this earlier in this video. Why did he sit down with P Nice? Now, I ain't gonna lie. Wack makes a good point here, champ. Respectfully, he did. He caught Blacc Sam in this one. Not gonna hold you, but it is Blacc Sam's duty to go handle that. If he chooses to handle that, it's on him, though. You feel me? Hey, selective politicking is nasty work. I ain't gonna lie. But let's proceed.
This ain't nothing. This is fresh. I was at P Nice like 2 weeks ago. 2-3 weeks ago. It's viral. So, Crack Star, know this. They just know you's a buster. This is why they handled you the way they handled you. Check this out. Bang that goddamn thumbs up, and whatever this thing they got going on, this hype button, I keep hearing about some hype. Bang that hype button. Subscribe. Show the channel some love. I might keep coming back. I might not. All depending on how this goes. Super Chats is up. I appreciate y'all for the Super Chat. We gonna keep this going. So, for the very same thing, he escorted Crack Star across the street on, but talking to me. P Nice talks to me. He just did a podcast. And you gave him the first burger from the Marathon Long Beach store. And you did an interview with him. Hey, great. Because I don't think there's nothing wrong with people that talk to me personally. I ain't said nothing wrong. Point out where I didn't say a lie. R&B got me on the water diet is what it is. Okay, we move forward. P Nice, I got to clown. I'm looking at the clip today. Is the Marathon Long Beach. I seen Snoop and his first lady show up, and I was reading Snoop's demeanor. I said, oh, Snoop done made an investment. He only here because he feel he gotta be, but he really don't want to be here. Snoop done been around a while. He's seeing the vibe, and he probably wondering, what is all these doing out here?
Yep. Now, you ain't see Snoop in that footage when it came down to everybody getting into it. Apparently, it's the 80s Crips. One of them was the 80s Crip. I don't know about the other gang members. They said the ops are the 80s Crips. Right? So one of the 80s was out there wilding. Snoop probably made his exit like probably as soon as things got nasty, because you ain't see Snoop again. You seen Snoop in the very beginning before the madness ensued. Then Snoop just suddenly disappeared. Alright, Snoop don't want no problems, no issues. He already is in bad standing with the LBC as a collective anyway. The Insanes don't rock with him. A lot of different Crip factions do not rock with Snoop Dogg because they think that he's fake. They think he's a snake. A lot of people out west feel this way. So it was something that was done because, yeah, he had to do it, not because he actually wanted to do it, but he had to make himself look good to the community. And this is what ends up happening. Now, I guess Snoop is smart for getting out the way, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, he's protecting himself at the end of the day, right? Hit the like, hit the hype button. Wack did make some valid points. I ain't gonna lie, even though he is a POS and he should never speak on how someone should do revenge or what they should and should not do, because it's very much gaslighting, and it gets even worse. Up the like and the hype. Let's keep it going.
This ain't what I do. But Snoop made his presence, came in, took some pictures, tried a burger, shook a couple hands, and got up out of there. As Dogg supposed to do. P Nice. I know you see that video. I know, P Nice, you probably told old Blacc Sam, don't worry about it, cuz. This is my city. It's my city, cuz, nigga. With everything gonna be straight. You show me love, we got you. I know you did that, right? Nothing wrong with it. You know, you played your hand. But today, P Nice, this is real shit. I seen somebody say, yo, they getting into it. I said, you come out, nigga. What? You bit the corner. Pow, 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 pow. Shots fired. You did a bout face and came back round that corner. Yo, this shit ain't funny. This shit is not funny, but it is. See, you getting bigger and bigger with the Marathon situation. First, you open up the one in Hollywood. That in itself is a great achievement. And then Blacc Sam, you make a bad decision that day because you chose to put some light of negativity and drown out the positive shit. And since then,
that's gaslighting, champ. How he put negativity when this is something being done in Nipsey's honor? The marathon continues. The marathon continues. This is a Nipsey quote. His brand, the marathon. You must continue the marathon. He had a strip out there in Crenshaw, right? Crenshaw and Slauson. Yeah. Of course. Blacc Sam has to get Rockstar out of there because Rockstar's aligned with you, and you have said nasty things about Nipsey amid his passing. That is not cool and is very disgusting, very clout chaser-esque, and you have no issues with it because it helped you build a community. I guess you can say a brand or clubhouse and what have you. It got you on no jumper or what have you. Cool, good for you, champ. But remember, this all makes Nip look bad to people who don't understand what's going on because they're not familiar with Nips. And a lot of people, even people who claim to be Nip fans, are not really familiar with gang politics in LA, especially when it comes to the Rolling 60s and Nipsey Hussle's involvement in the Rolling 60s as well as a successful entrepreneur. The fact of the matter is Nip could not do both of those things at once. He had to choose a side on whether he was gonna just be a gangbanger or just gonna be an entrepreneur. You can't be a successful businessman and gangbanger because the two don't mix. Something's gonna implode, and it did. And that's unfortunate, but Nipsey still did a good thing. He did a lot of things that a lot of people from the hood wanted to do, and they just couldn't do it. But he did still do something that is very tremendous and should be applauded, regardless of if he was banging or not. He did make it out and did do something a lot of people were not willing to do, and that is to put business back in their hood, buy back the hood, buy back the block. That's the ultimate goal for a lot of people, but they just couldn't do it or just decided not to do it because they see how the hood is, and the hood don't change no matter what you do, but he still tried to do it anyway, right? But you don't get to dictate what Blacc Sam gets to do when he is opening up a marathon burger, and one of your people who are aligned with you, who you know definitely co-signed the nonsense you said about Nip. Of course he's gonna get them out of there. Now, I do agree that when it comes to P Nice, who just interviewed you, and you claim to have known P Nice for 15, nearly 20 years, yeah, I wouldn't expect Blacc Sam to do anything with him. Maybe there's a different MO there. Maybe they had to talk about that. I don't know, but I get what you're saying about that, though. The evil doer does make a point. I'll say that, but let's continue.
Everybody know it. The police been jacking everybody go to that Hollywood location. Nigga, you walk in there, you come out, nigga, by the time you can get to your burger, they done had you on the ground, sitting on the corner, running your name, going through your pockets, trying to find out where your car at, your burger cold, your fries are stale, and your milkshake didn't melt it. Why? Because you chose, and Rockstar did some buster shit with his little old wife, little pigeon over there, right? Little bird brain, you know, and recorded. But if you wouldn't have never approached him and marked him out and escorted him across the street like the buster he is, then that bad publicity wouldn't have never been on the spot. Now, Venice, it looked like you did Venice right. But niggas know not to be going too much down there, the police and everything, all that. So now you go to Long Beach. Hey, listen, bro. I was a kid and my mama used to say this crazy saying. She would say, ninjas and flies, I do despise. The more I'm around ninjas, the more I like flies. And y'all know I'm substituting ninja for the other word. We in the YouTube streets and they be monitoring, so you know how I go. And I was like, man, what mom talking about? That's crazy. You mean you like flies over the people? Okay, well, you see what ninjas would do. At some point, bro, you gotta do the math. You have to stop doing the things that your brother did and he sacrificed his life for, and he showed you what not to do. You get what I'm saying? He surrounded himself with ninjas to where you may not see it coming. You've done a great job at watering the seeds that Nipsey Hussle planted. Great fertilizer. But then you emotionally fucking it up. 2 out of 3, bad publicity. Long Beach gonna shut down first. That's for sure. I hope it don't. I hope you put some metal detectors. I hope you hire some off-duty police, and I hope you let everybody know if you come over here to Marathon Burger in Long Beach, we are running a safe establishment that's monitored by the law. Straight up, it's business, bro. You know, if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for Nip Hussle kids. At some point.
This is Gaslighting 101. This is coming from the same person who tried to tear down Nipsey's legacy, champ, with lies, with plays, because he don't rock with Nipsey Hussle. You know Big U had a problem with Nipsey Hussle, right? They had problems, right? You know the situation where Big U took, tried to give Nipsey a DP because studio equipment. He tried to make up a reason to give Nip a DP because apparently Big U gave him studio equipment. It seemed like Nipsey was becoming one of the biggest 60s. It seemed like Nipsey was about to be bigger than the big homie. That was the problem. Big U trying to give him a DP. Blacc Sam steps in, flares the toolie in the air to stop the DP. Remember, Wack 100 is married to Big U's sister. So Wack was in the 60s sometimes. Facts. He used to be good in the 60s at one point. So, based on the fact that Big U had an issue with Nips, of course, Wack 100 inherits some form of hatred for Nip because, again, in these gangs, in these factions, like I said, whether it's the 60s, any Crip, gangster Crips, any gangster Crips, any Crips, there's cliques in these sets, champ. These sets have cliques. There's cliques in these sets. And cliques could beef with other clips. You feel me? Brick Baby didn't fought Nipsey Hussle before and all that. Brick Baby is Shitty Cousin's little homie. Right? Just to give you an example. This is what it is, man. But Wack 100 is not the messenger. He shouldn't be the messenger. Because you were aligned with ops. And you was talking crazy about Nip after it passed. So you are the wrong messenger here. This is why this is gaslighting, because it's not a genuine message. It's just a nasty message. And it just shows how diabolical you are as an individual. That you would try to antagonize and gaslight the brother of the person that you was trying to destroy and been trying to destroy for years. But let's continue.
You got to make up for your foolery on the BS decision making you be doing, bro. This is a fact. Hollywood niggas is saying, look, bro, ever since he didn't marked out Rockstar and escorted him across the street with a mob full of ninjas, wow, right? The police is jacking everything and everybody going into and coming out of that spot, bro. That was your decision, Blacc Sam. You intelligent as a businessman, but you making dumb decisions. You getting to the finish line and then you pissing on the product. Why? And then I'm tripping. Every time the camera on and Blacc Sam is standing by the people from the mayor office or the people from the radio station or the other prominent people, you see all the ninjas trying to get in there. Yeah, look, they're security. But if you look at the thumbnail on this segment here, Blacc Sam is kneeling behind a car while shots being fired, and ain't none of the ninjas around. Ain't nobody like, damn, hold on. Cover Sam. I hear somebody saying, where P-Nice? P-Nice done bit back around the corner on y'all. Nigga, he was finna come out and play his part.
That's because Blacc Sam is from Los Angeles, not Long Beach. A lot of people don't realize Long Beach, Los Angeles, the city, not the county, because some people will say LA and they think in LA County. I'm talking about the city of LA, Los Angeles. Compton, Los Angeles, LBC, all got different gang politics, man, because it's different gangs in 3 different cities. Feel me? Those are 3 different cities in LA County. Los Angeles is a city in LA County. Compton is a city in LA County. The LBC, Long Beach, is a city in LA County. Yeah, they gonna go for P-Nice. P-Nice is an insane crip from Long Beach. Right? So to a lot of them, that's kind of low-key probably they big homie. Or they look at him as they big homie. Your boy Blacc Sam, yeah, that's his Marathon Burger as well as Snoop's. But Blacc Sam is a ruling 60s crip. Ain't no ruling 60s in the LBC, champ. There's other crip sets out there. They don't have the same card, champ. It's different politics. That's why they got more loyalty to P-Nice versus Blacc Sam. So first person they gonna run to or try to see who's, running, who's trying to get out the way, they gonna go for P-Nice anyway, because that's just the politics. It's a difference, champ. Hit the like button and hype button if you have not. Let's proceed.
Like, hey, homie, let me hop, bop, bop, bop. Oh, shit, be serious. Nigga, ain't no burger worth that. I'm out of here. And Pete Nice, I'm glad you did. Nephew, I don't want to see you shot trying to play a role or, because a nigga gave you a free burger. Nigga, screw all that. Get up out of there. Nigga been surviving off In-N-Out and these other burgers. If that's what it is and you just ain't got to go back, cool. Or you can just Uber Eats it, you know what I'm saying? Decision making. This is all decision making. At what point in time are you gonna let the dumb stuff go, bro? And then let's get to it. I don't know why they think Eric Holder ain't got a family, homie. Everybody got a family, homie. Uncles and brothers and relatives, homies. Nigga, rolling 60s is divided. Nigga, it's some 6-0s over there still fuck with Shitty. It's a fact. It's some 6-0s over there didn't really care about Nip and vice versa. So when you sit here and say, yeah, I wish he was out because you know what time it is. Bro, why would you say such a thing at such a grand event? You know what I would have had done to him. Are you okay? Even if that is real and the truth, why are you insinuating these things at such a grand event? So now we know Eric Holder is in the joint somewhere. So what makes you think one of his family members or homeboys ain't saying, you know what? This fool Black Sam got a bag. He might just try to drop it on the homie behind the walls by saying that. And because you got this event where you just let all the ninjas show up. All the ninjas showed up, everybody just side by side and it's cool. It makes you think a motherfucker can't nigga just turn your TV off on the strength of his homeboy, of his family member, because you talking about what you want to do to him.
And this is the problem right here. This might not even be happening, but Wack 100 is putting it in the air, which makes it nasty work. Really, you shouldn't even be speaking on somebody trying to get revenge for their family member. Yeah, his brother passed. He want to get revenge for that. Why even speak on something negatively because you want clout? Why even address the opposite of him getting revenge for his brother that passed? Because you want clout. That's nasty work. You're basically saying, hey, getting revenge for your brother isn't smart. Well, who in the hell are you to tell him what he can and cannot do or why he shouldn't do it? And why put it in the air for his ops to potentially boom him for saying that he would have did something to Shitty cause? Because he clearly lost his blood brother. But you want to keep antagonizing Black Sam because that's what you want to do, because you don't rock with Black Sam. You never did. You never rocked with Nip. It showed. I mean, you was on TMZ talking crazy about Nip. You was also saying lies about Nipsey Hussle, calling him mook, saying that there was a video out of Nipsey doing something mook with another man in a video that never came out because it's not real. It's no tape. It was a play. And you still running plays. You're still trying to antagonize. This is why we calling him the West Coast Boogeyman, because if nothing is done behind these things, if he could do these nasty clout moves, these plays, and nothing happens, then that says a lot about what's going on out there, because it ain't like he's unreachable, right? I'm just saying. But let's continue.
You know what I'm saying? What makes you think a nigga won't sneak up like this and be like, what's up? Hey, wah! Ha ha! Because you making threats. Bad decision making. Anybody can get in front of that camera with them glasses. Yep. But we starting to see the more you on camera, who you really are. This is why we never really heard about you when Nip Hussle was alive, because he was the brains. Because it looked to me like, nigga, you build and destroying. That's what it looked like. You are building and destroying. And I really think you made some great decisions when it comes to business. But you're emotional and you too caught up in what the ninjas say, you need to get away. Start letting them know. Next grand opening, police department gonna be here. We got metal detectors. They got drug sniffing dogs. So if y'all want to come support, make sure you coming to support. What that'll do is that will eliminate the ninjas from coming with that BS.
Yo, this is nasty. Because he trying to talk to Blacc Sam like he Blacc Sam big homie. You not Blacc Sam big homie. You're not somebody that Blacc Sam is gonna take advice from. Blacc Sam do not like you. And if it was up to Blacc Sam, he would do you like he intends on doing Eric Holder if such things were to happen. I'm just saying. And you probably realize this too. But man, this is nasty work. Is Wack gonna ever be penalized for what he's doing, or is he gonna continue to be a West Coast boogeyman and continue doing these heinous acts on camera, on Clubhouse, on No Jumper? Listen, it's getting bad, gang. I need to know what y'all think in the comment section. What's going to happen next, man? Gang, what do y'all think is gonna come of this, man? For real, I need to know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you feel, man. Subscribe to the mayor if you are brand new. Turn notification bells on for all of the new mayor updates. I need you to make sure you're smashing that like button, and please make sure you're hitting that hype button because it's very essential to the channel's growth. Hit that hype button right now. And one more thing before we get all the way up out of here. You ready, gang? It's the mayor, the one and only man, New York Mayor, F. Mom Donnie, and you're rocking with the town favorite Showface News. It's Big Gotham, and you already know it's the town versus everybody at all times. I'm up out of here, gang. Salute.